Guys, Paned don't come out in a live interview to confirm say he go still marry new wife, as he also exposed a whole lot of things. For those of you who are saying that you bloggers, you like to talk too much, leave this family, they don't have any problem. You people are just fabricating lies and all of that. The thing be say, from the look of things, na new wife and property na im be the major problem here. So, and I saw this interview where Ned Nwoko was saying a whole lot of things concerning his marriage to a new wife, how he met Regina and everything. Even though some people will come and say his old video, they said this one is new one, and he is still saying the same thing that he said then. You need to hear it from the horse's mouth. Let it not be that some people will say, believe Tochi at your own risk and all of that. I only share with you all I hear, everything I hear, concerning Regina and the husband, Ned Nwoko, because as long as these people bring their matter for social media, it is a national topic, and all of us go to shook mouth inside it. Okay, so let me just share this voice note with you so that you guys will hear what Paned said concerning his marriage with Regina. Then when we finish with this update, when you finish listening to Paned, I'll come and say what I think about this whole thing, because you see, Regina Daniels, he needs advice right now. Good advice, so not anyhow. If possible, self, another person should advise her rather than the mother. Anyways, just listen and tell me what to think about it at the end, okay?
Regina, our marriage is solid. Our marriage is based on understanding and respect. Over time, I met her and I liked her. We married within 3 weeks. Yes, within 3 weeks. I married all my wives within some period. I don't believe in dating anybody to marry them. Don't date anybody you want to marry. Marry them. When you marry them, you begin to fall in love from within the marriage. Even in my own culture, as it were, as a kid in the 60s, people, they were not dating. They will marry in arranged marriages, family to family. They choose a wife, and then most girls were expected to be virgins when they get married, and they build a family from there. And because they didn't know each other before they got married, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of learning to do. And but Regina and I is a story that is interesting, because before I met her, I didn't know about her. I don't watch movies. Never watch movies. I met her the first time when she came to my house with her mother and their siblings. Because my place in Delta is a tourist place. They came to look around, and I liked her, and that was it. So whether I marry another wife or not, she knows it can happen. I come from a very polygamous environment myself. I love children, so I want more children, and she knows this, and my other wives, they also know it. So we'll see what happens in the future.
So guys, I'm sure you heard everything Paned said in the interview. One, he said that his marriage to Regina is an interesting one. He met Regina when the mother brings Regina and her other siblings to his house for sightseeing, because he said his house in Delta State is a sightseeing center. But we remember that Regina's mother told us that Regina first met Paned and they fell in love and they got married. But here, Paned told us that their marriage is not based on love. Even the other wives that he married, he did not marry them out of love. That even in his own culture, while he was a kid, that marriage are being arranged. Then they will start falling in love into the marriage. And because they don't know each other, there is a lot of learning to do, and it's always interesting. Did you guys get something from that? While Regina's mother will tell us it is love at first sight, but Ned told us there was no love. He just liked Regina, and in 3 weeks he got married to her, and the mother now convinced Regina to marry him. So another thing he said that is interesting here is that Regina knew that he can still marry other women. That simply means that he have told her that even his other wives, they all know, because he's a polygamous, he came from a polygamous family. He loves children, and according to him, he said he needs more. He needs more children. And Regina cannot born like 12 now. You know, women of these days, they don't like to stress themselves. 2, 3, 4, they are okay. But Ned wants many children. Some people said it's because of the fact that he is an only child, coming from a polygamous home, that his experience is the reason he needed children everywhere. But that is not the bone of contention here. The bone of contention is that he made it clear that even Regina know that he can still marry other women. So why is Chikike's case a different thing? Because we all know that all of this thing started the moment Chikike posted her pregnancy pictures. Bam, everything started. Regina have been managing the situation, because right now a lot of people are saying that she is saying allegedly that Ned is so overprotective, rules and regulation is too much, but she have been managing with it, flying private jet, crying inside Ferrari all this while. He never decided to go and remove Ned's name from her name. Why now? But the part that is confusing me is that Ned said he never dated any of his wives. And maybe that is why he might not marry Chikike, because he is now dating Chikike, something that he never did with any of the women that he married. He is dating Chikike, or he dated Chikike, let me just put it that way. Maybe that's why the marriage cannot happen between him and Chikike. And Chikike is not a virgin. And you know that he likes to marry virgins. He likes them young. He likes them yummy yummy. So at this point, I believe that people who truly love and care for Regina should tell Regina to move on, to go back to her husband. I am only advising her to go back because of her children. Because with the way Ned is singing, I love children, I love children, I love children, Ned might not allow Regina to carry her children, her 2 boys. It might not happen. It might not happen. After all, Ned paid her bride price. Ned married her officially. I don't know, but one thing I do know is that a mother cannot move on and be happy without her children. And for that reason, the only advice I have for Regina is go back to your husband. Be there for your children. But understand that the game have changed. Learn to build yourself. Because some people are saying that Ned bought a house for Regina. I don't know about that. We also got an information lately that Regina even have a clothing business that is doing well. So it is now obvious that maybe property, like we have been hearing, is not the major problem here. It's about marrying 7th wife, of which is likely to happen based on what Paned is saying. And Regina cannot stop him. Regina cannot stop him. And maybe Ned knew that that is why this whole thing is happening. And he have refused to apologize to Regina, because apologizing to her simply means that, okay, I will do it your own way. He is not ready to do any of that. Maybe he have in mind that, after all, when Lila left, did she not let her return? She will return as long as her children are with Ned. And it is likely thing that is going to happen where Regina is. So, especially now that Regina have not come out to say anything about this whole marriage. Maybe she's still thinking about it. But the mother should advise her to, after resting, let her go back to her marriage. Leaving this marriage at this point without your children. If the children are not involved, I will advise her to go. Yes, but children are involved, so that the children will not suffer. Yes, because it's not all about money. They need their mommy. They even need their mommy more than the daddy, because daddy is a serious businessman and a politician who will never be there, or who will not always be there. He is trying, because most times you see him with his children going out or playing and all of that. But the mother is more always with the children than the father. So if Regina leaves them now, it is going to affect them. They are still too young. That is where I am always talking about. As for her emotions, she can tell herself that since I have entered polygamy, let me find a way to survive. Rather than running off the street. The street is not safe. Anyway, guys, tell me what to think about it. Don't forget that these are all alleged information. Always bear that in mind. Subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.